no such thing as a black community anymore. You just live in the community with black people, but you don't know the mass of the people in your community. You just know the people in your clique. So therefore, you can't be missed. Another thing is the majority of the people that they actually hearted off in here is your quote-unquote underclass, people that you don't want to know. Miss Sally Mae and her boy Bubba. See what I'm saying? Them the niggas that you done abandoned. People you tried to get away from the last 20 years. So if anything happened to these so-called quote-unquote underclass, you wouldn't know no way because you don't live in the projects no more. Don't want shit to do with them. So therefore, they are vulnerable for your alienation from your own black brothers and sisters. You understand what I'm saying? Because they don't talk the talk and walk the walk and wear the same damn clothes you wear. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the other people, going into this, the other people that's not vulnerable, they can take the people out of the projects and crush them up into melatonin and stuff because nobody wants to deal with the project people. Whereas if they was to come and snatch you with your suit and tie on, or you conscious people with your dreadlocks, you have signs out talking about, yeah, this person is missing. But they still snatch you. So what they do now, when they snatch you, they just replace you. They just replace you. And there's cloning centers in every major city, including Baltimore. You see what I'm saying? They got cloning centers just like they got eye doctors. And they clone you. Case in point, let me give you some clones so you'll know. Straight up. A clone is a person that acts some particular way, and then overnight, he turns into a total being that he wasn't. The cloning incident, they started cloning black people after the Atlanta child murders with the interferon thing. After that, they found the final key to start cloning black people. As a result, from 1983 on up, they started cloning black people. As a result, all your dope dealers, government clones to sell to the black community. That's where the shit come from. All of your drive-bys and gangbangers and all that shit, that's clones. They straight up clone them, and they got what is called low radio frequency rays called HARP. They can program a person, the person come out and get his gun and go shoot up the place. So your boy was a clone by the time he made his first album. Be sweet. See, you see, first thing, look at this. You all intelligent adults. You don't need none of these niggas in this entertainment industry as a vehicle of anybody that you supposed to admire as far as being a damn role model. All them niggas will sell your ass out. Understand what I'm saying? Case in point. They all crying about Tupac. Here's a nigga, 2 months before he died, he make a doggone video. How do you like it? Now he got the black girl on the stage there hoochie coochie and shit. Okay, that's cool. Okay, we know you do that. But that was a follow-up video after a complaint because he made another video before that of the same song where he in the back seat with white women all over him. Anybody seen this video? And as a result, they made another one. You understand what I'm saying? Him and Jodeci, white women all over him. You see, and they made another particular video after that because they got complaints about that. And plus the white man said that's too drastic. Now I don't give a damn what you say. Mike Tyson went to jail for something that basically they weren't sure that he did. And he stayed the maximum of his sentence, or what the basically jail sentence is. So ain't no way in hell you're going to go to jail 1 month and a couple of months later you get your ass out. It don't work that way. Now come on, let's not be stupid here. Fucking Tupac Shakur get out of jail. Come on now, y'all some dumbass niggas. The white man don't like Tupac Shakur no more than like the other nigga. He ain't let nobody out of jail. All of a sudden he get out because he can make money? Come on. You believe that shit? Are we that crazy? That was all hooked up. Because that's all a part of the doggone program. You see what I'm saying? The whole West Coast, East Coast thing, that shit's all cloned up. Them was robots. This thing is real. After 1994, they hit the black community very hard. And then all of a sudden, black people that was very conscious start walking around like zombies, like they never was in consciousness again. And these particular people, they just came in, snatched the bodies, and put the duplicates back out there. And I'm talking about close friends. I got a good friend who was down with me. He rolled with me. He rolled with me for months, for years with this stuff. Building on the science. But he had one thing. He trusted that cracker. And we fell out because he didn't believe the white man was the devil. So he hooked up with a metaphysical group, a Yogananda Society. Yogananda Society, Yogananda was a government agent for the British intelligence who spied on the yogi system. So he hooked up, and there was a cracker named Roy. So you come down to Florida, and we're going to induct you into this Kriya Yoga. I said, you better not go down there, man. I said, because Roy's place is in Tennessee. Where the hell he wants you to come to Florida? Anyway, my good friend went down to Florida. I don't know what the hell he came back. It looked like him, and this brother was built like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Next thing I know, the brother talking about giving me all his shirts because the brother's damn near one of them little boy sizes. Because he lost all his muscle tissue because they cloned it. Very key that you understand at this particular time on what they're rolling with. This thing is more advanced than what you think is basically the other black type of revolutionary stuff that you thought it was. This they're more advanced than that. You got to realize this here, if the cracker killed black people for just speaking out in the 60s and all, black people was dying like flies, why is it that we can come up here now and do all this kind of stuff and nobody dying? That's because they duplicate the people. They duplicate the people. Now, this is the key. There's only one way to protect yourself in this world now, because it's very dangerous. And there's only one way to protect yourself. Is you cannot be a hypocrite. This is the deal. Be sincere.
That's right.
Your sincerity is your credentials. If you are into something because you want to brag, I want to show off with my knowledge, you bragging about this type of stuff, and I want to wear the African stuff, and you ain't sincere, you still on the ego base. So, and it's really simple what you have to do. If you into something, just don't be into something because it's the thing to do. I'm going to the black thing tonight. It's to be sincere about it. That's all. That's all. You don't have to do no stuff. You don't have to stockpile. All that's good. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. Mainly how you ward yourself out there is the spiritual realm. And the spiritual realm protects you because you become non-existent. It can't even touch you. But you can't get to the spiritual realm not unless you are true to yourself. If you have any ulterior motives, you have to get that out of you. You understand where I'm coming from? You can't get to the particular spiritual realms if you're fronting on this thing. And basically that's it. So a lot of the people that got snatched is because they went down in the first place. Now is the time to be real because our people are depending on youth. Not some people coming from all outer space and all this kind of thing, although we do have the UFO thing, and I'm going to explain that to you. I'm going to explain that to you. But what I'm talking about here is you are the light bringers that's going to get our people out of this. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to even bear witness to this particular knowledge. You would be afraid of going to hell. You understand what I'm saying? That's because you incarnated on this plane to receive. That's why you here. That's why we here. You understand what I'm saying? And you got no business following anybody because you the God.
That's right. That's right.
Check. So at this particular time, anybody out here claiming to be the Messiah, and you ain't already out of this mess. See, to me, when the Messiah come back, the moment the Messiah come back, you supposed to be out of this mess, right? So if a nigga been talking about he's the Messiah for 20, 30 years, and niggas still catching hell, obviously, something ain't right. That ain't the Messiah. That's a bad Messiah there. Hell, I know some white people can do better by the black community than that nigga. So all these so-called Messiahs out here, that's all a part of the government stuff. Now let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you right now. What's going on here before we go into some other higher science. You gotta watch the rappers. This is why I say this. If you like rap, buy the music and enjoy the music. You understand where I'm coming from? And get down with that. But you gotta watch these people on who you follow. Didn't have them rappers, Chuck D and them came out and talking about the vote, what they call it?
Rock the vote.
Rock the vote. Remember that come out with that shit? Let me tell you what the deal is on this rock the vote thing. First of all, they have a problem tracking black males from 18 to 26. Because you such a free-spirited people, you know, you ain't in no lockdown, no system or nothing else, stuff like this. Sisters kind of take a safer route. They do certain things, you know, they're the first to get credit cards, they're the first because they're always looking for security. So it's easier to track a sister. Because also it's a male-dominated society, when a sister does things free like that, she's chastised for it. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times a sister is a victim of the male-dominated society, patriarchy. So she usually takes a safer path. So she gets, you know, might get the automobile at a certain time. She might get certain things like this, and she might get this. Plus, they are more inclined to give it to the sister. That's right. For tracking purposes. But the black male from 18 to 20, 35, 18 to 25 to 26, because after 25 to 26, niggas start getting a little serious. But even 18 to 30 for some people. They have a problem tracking these particular people. You understand where I'm coming from? So as a result, they had the rappers to come out to rock the vote because the voting is a mass tracking system. You understand what I'm saying? So as a result, one of the government COINTEL tracking systems was to register and track 1 million black men in a 1 million man march.
That's right.
Now let's deal with this thing, and if you want to challenge me on it, now's your time if you got problems with this shit. The 1 million man march was a government covert operation to use to track 1 million men because you had to sign up for it.
That's right.
And as a result of signing up for it, the first thing he did before he left the stage is told you to what? Vote.
That's right.
And to go back and join these passive organizations like NAACP and all this other stuff.
That's right.
They had to track 1 million black men, you understand where I'm coming from, to Washington, D.C., so that they can track these particular people, so they can be in the government system, so they can use these particular people for chemical warfare, every other kind of thing, a tracking system in the future. And that's what it was for. And the Minister Louis Farrakhan was in on the shit.
That's right.
Now, let's not be funny with this mess. Y'all all right? Am I boring you?
Yes.
We got to get through business first before we go into the science. Certain things we just have. See, I understand about the science and all of it, but certain things you got to know what time it is before we can even get to that.